Welcome back to the channel, people. Excuse the delay. It's like the kids don't want to go to school today, so I had to go back and forth, try to make sure they got everything before I could start recording officially. The car's pulled away, so now it's safe. So I'm in on DAX, as you can see. I explained this trade and I explained also what else I've been up to this morning. Made a few plays on gold, keeping an eye on gold, maybe a sell now. Yeah, gold's looking like a sell. Initially, I bought gold from here. There was a breaking structure on the higher time frame, pushed it up, had a tight stop loss, came to stop me out here, stop me out. Well, I closed it before it did. Then I bought it. Well, actually, I sold it to take a little piece here, got out. As it pulled back into this, where the breaking structure started, I took it for a buy and got this drive up. And now as it's tapped in, it's beat this high, beat that, possibly what it wanted to do with this push up. It's tapped in to this higher supply zone, and now it's pushing down further. So breaking this low, I'd expect it to push down. And if you look on the H1, you'll see that price is trending down and it's just pulled into a major supply. So we were buying it here yesterday, trying to get up there. It's got up there now, it's pulling back down. So potentially that is a sell. I've already taken, what did I say, 3 trades already on gold. So I'm going to leave gold alone now. It was a good move. I'm out of it now. I saw opportunity on DAX, and that's the play for today. So quickly on DAX, we are all-time highs. Well, we are considerable highs. Broke structure maybe to fill this gap, and then held here with support and resistance and push back up. Now this could continue and take me out, so that's why I've managed my stop. I'm willing to risk what I'm willing to risk. I'm willing to lose what I'm willing to risk. So that's why my stop loss is there. And what I'm really trying to do is get this drive back down to this zone, and maybe it breaks this support for this uptrend, pushes down, fill some of this gap that was, this imbalance that was created yesterday, and then maybe aims to break through there. So first things first is to try and get the scalp to get back into that zone, and that's what we're looking for. If we get that scalp, I'm actually quite satisfied for today. Would have made 0.5 on the account and be done. But this looks like a break and retest, so it's broken out. Maybe retesting there and it's going to break out again, and that means I'm getting stopped out. But that's fine. If I do get stopped out, that's me trading on this account done for the day, and we're going to call it a break-even week. So I can live with that. I was expecting it to try and get back into this zone, so that's what I'm asking for, and not a lot for it to get back into there, and that would have been nice done. So managing this, I should put my stop loss here. I may move my stop loss soon there because I really don't want to see that push out, but I can see it pushing out, pulling back in. Let me just check my stop loss if I've given it much room to wiggle. Yeah, I mean, this is enough room. Really don't really want to see it coming above this point anyway, so I think it's done too much already. Okay, equal highs, don't like that, probably should get out. Okay, so this equal highs was hopefully probably push through it, but yeah, let's hope I'm wrong. It doesn't push through it yet, and it just pulls back in here, and that's all we need, that little pull back into this zone. 6 minutes from London session start, that big H1 drive, we got it up. Hopefully London session drives it back down, and that's the move that we want, and that's it, done for the day. So let's see. Gonna find out soon though. That's a good thing about some of these indices. They move quickly and we get our answers quite quickly. Well, good morning. Good morning, boys. Good morning, lads. Good morning, gentlemen and ladies, if you're there. What are you guys looking at? What are we looking at today? Anything on gold again today, or you're gonna play something else? There was a move on euro that I missed, and if you've been watching, you know probably why I missed it. Euro just being very fickle, and it's continuing. So we had a little trend there on the H1, there, created some equal highs. Here was a breaker structure, and that should be my move, but it was very early, and I thought, you know what, same thing happened yesterday. It was very early here, and I thought I'm not going to get involved here for the sell, and the buy happened. So here was the buy, and that was the right move today, but can't do much about it. Missed opportunity. Gold is now pushing down. Maybe that's the move. It's about to break that H1 low. Maybe it's a continuation going down. Maybe that's the move for today. We'll see. I really expected it to go up, but maybe it was just to run the stop losses here, because that was the fake breakout. Run the stop losses, so that should be reversals to continue going up, right? Maybe the intention was just to run the stop losses, and these ones here, it's done that, and it's gonna continue going down. So what I expected is after it broke here to come in here and hold here and go out again, but as you can see, it's pulled down, got underneath this low where it broke structure. Didn't want to see that, so maybe it's continued this downtrend, and if that's the case, go break through here, and that could be the move on gold. So that would be the trade I would like to take if I wasn't in this DAX trade already. I'm just going to keep an eye on it and maybe trade that on the other account. DAX trade is not looking good now, but we're going to wait. We're going to see what London session does. We can expect some drawdown. I'm going to take the drawdown. And if it does break this high, I'm going to look for it to pull back in and then take a reduced loss. But from what I can see here, big drive out, pulls back in, breaking structure, stop losses are underneath here to take it higher. So there's an argument for it to come and break this low here. Reason I'm selling it is this imbalance. Normally breaks out, comes back here. Doesn't necessarily need to do that if it's very bullish. There is no news, so there is an argument for it to just go sideways. But we're going to see what happens with DAX today. Maybe wants to break new highs. Last day of the week, maybe wants to test new highs. And then maybe gap down on Monday. Yeah, DAX and FTSE this morning just broke out crazy. Had a look at it and I couldn't see why. There was no price action I could really rely on. Look at this. Look at all these gaps. I just couldn't rely on this. Just rocketed out. Maybe it's just continuing what it's been doing. Okay, so look, it's been trending up. Came to that supply zone, slowed down, went sideways, and now it's done with it and it's going to push out. That being said, it means very likely I'm going to lose that DAX trade. We're going to wait. We're going to see if London session wants to save us. I need to see something in the next 5-minute candle to make a decision. What I want to see is a sell here to get underneath it, and that should drive it into this zone, and that's our win. It's only a small win I'm going for. If it breaks out, I'm going to try to take a reduced loss. And yeah, that'll be us for the day. EURUSD still not doing nothing. It's just going sideways. If it's going sideways, maybe it's a sell again. I don't know. Just sideways. Not really doing anything. Needs to pick a side. So I do feel gold is a sell. Even though it did break structure, it's broke it again. So gold could be a sell. Hopefully I am right and I didn't miss a big move. I was in this gold trade. I held it there and I was gonna hold it, really hold it, like all the way up to that imbalance, that gap that was up there. There's a gap there I expected to fill. So I wanted it just to behave itself and start moving towards that direction, but it just didn't move. So there was money on the table, and I decided it's better just to take it. So look, it's shaping up like it wants to. It's just indecisive right now, and that's why I said I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, so I'm guessing London session open, seeing some volatility. DAX pulled back into my, so it's looking like it's about to break out, and it's pulled back into my entry. I should have got out there. Go wait, see if we could get another push down before it goes up. So that push down, getting underneath here is what we want. So bounce in here, and then it could go up. It's free to go up. Do what you want after that. Just get down here for me, and I'm good. Let's see what London wants to do. Let's have a look at the H1. Yeah, it's a possibility. Strong possibility, strong argument for it to pull down. No reason not to. Unless it's really bullish and it's just going to break through all of this zone. I think it's going to take a lot to get through here. Get past this point. That's where I wanted my stop loss. But I don't want to lose so much. So I've reduced it to how much I'm willing to lose. So giving it space to respect this high. Hopefully it doesn't come and just tag me, then start coming down. Hopefully it holds around here. This is the price point, exact price point it was sold from. So we had structure sold right from there. Price is now touching there. Hopefully the theory works. It's going to be sold from the same point and pushed down, and it's looking for these lows. At least to test those lows. And that's why I'm in this move. I'll scalp the initial move and then hold, leave a runner, reduce my risk, move my stop loss, and so on, manage the trade after that. But I just want to see it push down, get the initial scalp, and that's what we're holding on for. Okay. See what happened to NASDAQ. Had some really interesting calls on Thursday. Good calls on gold. NASDAQ did the pullback but pushed up again. It's bullish. I hope NASDAQ is bullish. I want to see NASDAQ up. I'm invested in index funds. I'm pretty sure most of what's traded in the NASDAQ is being affected by what's going on with Trump. So I do long term want to see NASDAQ up. DAX slow. FTSE breaking out. Yeah, FTSE breaking out. So does that mean FTSE is leading the charge? If it breaks out here, very similar pattern to DAX, does that mean DAX is going with it? Gonna see. Gold might be the play. Gold is gonna break through. Yeah, okay. So gold may be the play. Do I switch over? Yeah, I like gold. Might sell gold. Hopefully holds. Okay, we are in. Definitely over leverage. Definitely more than I want. So if anyone's acting up, I'm gonna have to close quickly. Hopefully gold just drives now. London session gets underneath this low, and I get what I wanted from there. And then it reduces the potential loss on DAX. It's a quick move. I'm managing my stop by the amount I'm willing to risk. If it gets to like $100, I might start coming out. Reduce the risk actually. Put too much on there. Yeah, I'm gonna reduce my risk. I could hold it a little bit longer. Try to get this breakout. My swing high this is what broke the structure for the potential reversal. So that's where I want my stop loss. And in a second, I'm gonna place it if I get a chance. If we don't get this drive. Any hesitation here, I want to see a clean drive out. Any hesitation here, I'm gonna put my stop loss and wait. Okay, I'm gonna put my stop loss in now. $32.31. That's my initial stop loss, but it's gonna be adjusted in a second. $32.31, $32. Definitely more down willing to risk. Just wait, see if we could get this drive. I do believe we get these lows now. There's no reason for it. Had structure pulling up and it's got underneath here. So for me now, this essentially is just a flag, and I'm expecting a pull out now. And that's why I want to see it quickly. And if it doesn't give me that drive like it should, it's London session now. The volume should have kicked in. I need to see the volume push out, drive out. And that's what we're looking for. DAX is moving now. Let's see if we got what we wanted from DAX yet. Not yet. 23,750 on DAX. Then I'm looking to take some off. Just have to be patient now. Gold is going against me. Glad I reduced my risk. Let me just have a look at gold again. Okay, not risking too much. Go reduce that a little bit more. Yeah, that's okay. So I'm risking less than 1% in gold. I'm trying to get this drive out and see what it wants to do. At least get underneath here. Hopefully it goes a lot further. It could get underneath here, reverse and come up. But we're gonna wait. I like that breaking structure there. I might be considering getting that on DAX. It's not doing anything for me. Except for going against me. Okay, so DAX is pushing up, FTSE was pushing up, and gold was pushing up at one point. See if gold wants to go up again. Gold now, I still believe it's a sell. I'm gonna hold that. I'd have expected it to just hold here and gone, but I mean, when it went up here, expected to hold there and go. There was no need for it to come underneath this low, other than to induce the sell. And if it's the case, I will be stopped out, but you need to take this high to stop me out. So if you can stop me out, do it right. I may get out of the DAX one now and just focus on this gold one. DAX is going way too slow. I just want to see it get back in here as a minimum before it breaks out. It looks like it just wants to break through. And considering FTSE's done that, maybe I want to do the same. I want to get out now, but DAX maybe wants to do the same. But like I said, FTSE is not exactly weighted the same as DAX. So it may be a bit heavy before it moves. So that's what we're hoping on. Gold is going against me. because of the gold trade, I may need to come out of this one earlier so I can manage the gold trade appropriately. But it's going to give the break and retest. That's what I want to see. So get back in here and take some size off. Stop loss above there, leave a runner. That's all I want. I'm not asking for much. Okay, not doing it. And gold is really going against me. Gold has played me. Another break. Still going to wait on gold. But I think I want to just focus on the one. And that's why I'm thinking to get out the DAX and just, I don't want to take two losses on it, because it's on the two different instruments. It's going to be hard to manage my loss that way. If I just get out of DAX, I could just then manage the gold one, and I know when I want to get out with the gold. Be a little bit more patient. I may get out, break even with DAX. It's not doing what I want to see. It was meant to be, what candle? It was meant to be this candle here to push down. Went further, test it. It looks like it's going to break through. I think I'm going to take a small loss on DAX in a second. Let's give it the last few minutes and see what happens. Getting ready to get out on DAX. Yeah, we're out on DAX. I'm just going to hold the gold trade. That one I like better. DAX is going, looks like it's going to push up like FTSE did. Yeah, FTSE's going for this high. That was a swing high. DAX has a similar one, which is where my stop loss would have been. Yeah, so it could potentially go there. It could be a buy on DAX, but I'm not going to buy that from up there. I don't want to buy that. Stop loss is underneath there. That's too obvious, and we've got this imbalance. I don't want to buy that. Gonna hold this gold run and manage my risk. So $144 is what I'm willing to lose on this gold trade, and that's it. If I lose this trade, that's it for the day. I don't want to overtrade today. Last day of the week, I don't want to overtrade at all. I'm happy to have gotten myself out of drawdown. That's the win, and I made some money today. Could have made $100, but I held gold, and then when it started reversing like this, I would have got stopped out anyway, so I would have made about shy of $200 today on the account, but gold stopped me out, and now I'm selling in the direction it just didn't continue. I mean, it just didn't continue, so potentially you want to go further down, so I'm selling you. Let's go. Let's manage this anyway. Let's focus. 166. I'm gonna leave my stop loss there. So nice place to have the stop loss. I do want to reduce my loss though. Yeah, it's gonna have to be there. Gold. If you want to take me out, take me out. I still think it's a sell. I just need to manage my risk. It shouldn't go above this high here. I don't want to see it above this high after breaking the structure on the higher time frame. I don't want to see it above this high. So having my stop loss here is fine. It means we lose $144, and I can live with that. I can live with that. So I don't know if you noticed, all this week I've just been really focused on my loss, how much money I'm willing to lose. And that's, anytime I do lose and there's an opportunity to win, it's easy to get a win and get back to break even. So that's what I've been focusing on a lot this week, and I'm going to try and continue that next week. Just focus on the loss. Can make lots of calls, could get majority of them right, but if you've over leveraged and you haven't managed your risk, the ones you get wrong is enough to derail everything. Especially if you're scalping, you're getting little wins. If you over leverage and you get a big loss, that takes away a lot of your wins, all your hard work. So I'm focusing a lot on managing my risk I haven't been consistent this week in terms of how I wanted to use the two accounts. I need to work on that this weekend, have a review on what I've been doing, and then Monday try to be a bit more disciplined in my approach. So gold is pushing down now. Good. I'm going to trail this down. Okay. So as it breaks down this low, I'm going to trail it down and just continue, see what we could do with gold. What I would like gold to do, as you can see, I haven't put a stop loss, take profit. So something I learned from watching Trader Tom. Take profit. Yeah, it's nice to have one in mind where you think price is going to, but you should be able to read the charts, read the price action, and make a decision based on the situation as well. So I would like to see price get down here. I'd love to see it get to here. Okay. Here for support to potentially keep going up, or here for resistance. That's where I'd like to see this trade get down to now. Let's just clean this up. Trade history, just too much on my charts. So when it breaks this low, I'll take some partial and then leave runner to test this, test 31.91, and that's where I want to see the runner get to. If it could get underneath it, great, but I think that's a good exit because from here it could bounce and go up. This is not a proper reversal, so this could be, all of this could be a pullback to get into this supply zone to be sold and continued. And as I'm selling it now, I would love to see that. But again, as I've said previous days, previous videos, there's still this gap here. So I could see it coming down here somewhere, reversing potentially and going back to fill that gap just because of that gap. But for now, that's too much speculation. Too much speculation. What I'm trying to focus on, I got this trade based on price action, and I'm trying to see the initial move to be under this low, and that's where I'm going to take partials, because under this low it could reverse, it could start reversing from there, or it could reverse using this swing point here as support to continue its potential uptrend or reversal, because it was downtrending. This could be a reversal. So we're going to see. It looks like a reversal on the higher time frame right now. So we had structure going down, lower highs here. Yeah, lower high, lower high, lower high. Got to this point, key price point on the daily. Reversed here on the lower time frame, push all the way up, breaking structure. So now pull back, tap into something, maybe here, maybe there. And then it could go up, and that could be the reversal. Don't know. Too much speculation. Like I said, just want to see it get down here, and that's the move. All right, so looking good. I'm getting ready to take something off it, and let me see if I need to manage this now. Okay, we're about to take those lows. Taking these lows, I should have my stop loss there, because what it could do, it could get a breakout and it pulls back in and takes the stop losses, because other people seeing this, they're jumping in as well. Definitely definitely jumping in. So I'm gonna take some off now, because I know I'm anticipating a pullback and I don't want any of my profits to be taken out. So let's take half of this position. Could take it all, really. Have a decent day. I'm gonna try to get this breakout and then close some of this, so a little bit more, reduce my risk, and then just leave a runner. Come on. I wouldn't mind $60 actually. 0.25 on the count and call it a day. I wouldn't mind that, but I'm gonna leave the runner. It's something I'm practicing with, leaving a runner moving to break even, see if I could get a little bit more, especially something on gold after what I've seen the last few days. You could definitely do that. All right, we're almost taking the profit or partials. And why I want to take partials here is because often when you get this breakout, price does come back like a break and retest. So when it comes back, it could aim for my stop loss, which will be at break even. So I want to get something out. Take partials now. I want to get something out. I'm moving to break even. Well, I'm reducing my risk actually, not break even. This swing point here, I don't want to see price come back here, and it's very likely to do so. Okay, very likely to do so. So I'm risking only $30 now. I want to see if I could get this drive down further. And if it drives down further, then I can move to break even. But I expect it to come back to my price point here and potentially run my stop loss. So breaks, pullback expected, and hopefully we get another drive down. That's what we want to continue this move. Smart thing to do is just take profit now and call it a day. What do you guys think? Take profit now? Nice little move, nice little win. See what happened on DAX and make a decision. What do you think? Take profit now or hold it on gold? To DAX. So yeah, it was right to get out DAX. Good. So that's an indication that I'm somewhat reading it right, but I could have taken loss. This win would be really good. So very good exit on DAX. Okay. I'm going to move to break even later on. I think it's early for break even. I'm going to see what this candle does. But yeah, I hear you. I do that. I'll be happy with the win. Yeah, I'll be happy with the day. Gonna let a little bit more. I'm going to let it run, definitely. And let's see. Like I said, that's where I would expect price to get to now. There's nothing stopping it from getting there. Unless it just, there's no real news. Could break, retest, and go again. Actually, do you know what? I'm not going to move my stop loss yet. And I'll show you why. So where my stop loss is at the H1 candle swing high. For this to reverse and continue up, it needs to take my stop loss. My entry, it could come back there so many times. But my stop loss is where it needs to break before I would go bullish on this trade. So I'm not going to move my stop loss from there yet. I'm going to hold it, even if that means I take a little loss. So that would be, let's check, $29. Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's a free trade. I definitely see it coming back to my entry. I'm just going to wait to see if we could get this drive further down, but stop loss is where it needs to break to reverse. So here it comes, it's coming back towards my entry. So basically what I'm doing here is trying to continue the trend. So we had our pole flag formation here. It broke it here, but it respected this supply zone here. Didn't quite get there, but respected it and sold there. Broke this and broke this low here. So essentially this is a continuation of this downtrend. This downtrend could be just a pullback before it goes up again. But to do that, I need to see it take this high here, which is the H1 high. And this is also breaking structure. So I need to see it break that. So from here, this is why I took partial from here. If we get a break, retest, fake, and continue this way, that's reversal, right? So that's why I'm watching this, because this could be the potential head for the head and shoulder. So left shoulder here, head, right shoulder here, and continue up. So that's why I can't move to break even because I'm definitely going to stop at break even. For it to take me out, it needs to take me out there. Okay. So nonetheless, happy on the decision I made on DAX. As you can see, it just didn't do what I wanted to do. This is the price point it should have sold from. As it broke there, it's looking bullish now. I can't buy that. I can't buy it. Swing point being here, stop loss there. I can't buy that. I'd rather watch it and see what happens. And now it's looking to take this high potentially, and that's where, well, I would have been stopped out already. So I would have lost the 160, I think it was. So I would have lost already today. So that's a win in itself, getting out, getting into trade and getting to gold, getting the gold trade read right. And now this potentially is the reward. I just need to hold it, and I'm going to hold it as suggested. But I'm not going to move to break even yet. As you can see, if you have a look at this, so this is pole, this flags into it, okay? So I would expect it to find resistance at this point here or here, and that's more or less where my break even would be. And if it tags in, I'm out of the move, then gets the drive, I'm not very happy. So one sec. So I want to see it go in here. It could play around there. As long as it respects that high, then pushes out. And that's what we're waiting for. And we got about 33 minutes for this H1 candle to finish. So still early days. And hopefully that H1 candle finishes down here on this price point. And that's what we're looking for. Definitely my last trade for the week. Not gonna force it. Let's see what happens. Support for what? The whipping post support. What do you mean? Where do you see the support? Is it for the gold trade? Okay, so this is why I jumped onto gold. Euros do nothing. It's crazy. If I was like, I'm quite stubborn, but if I was adamant that I'm only trading euro, which I've been doing so for the last few months, I'll be struggling right now. But what I noticed is that it's been moving sideways, giving massive ranges, drawing people in, giving everyone all the setups, but not really going anywhere. So had a look at different instruments, and I've been finding better reads. Seeing price action. Euro's not giving me anything. DAX pushing. If I was a momentum trader with unlimited funds, I'll get in here, swing point, stop loss down here, and add multiple positions, try to drive there. But that is just so reckless. I would never do that. And that could be a sell. This could be an area for it to sell back, pull back from. Yeah, there's so much imbalance there. I could see a big sell candle coming back at least there or here. Even though it looks like it's tagged it already, I could still see an argument for a big one to come back here before it goes up further. Yeah. What's going on? Gold pushing back against me. So you see why I took partials. When lows are run, it's like maybe the stop losses are triggered, and because of that, it pulls it back into the zone. That's why we got this pull back in. And if the real intention, real direction is to sell, it should be here on this candle to drive it out. If the intention was just to run stop losses and continuous trend, it needs to take me out here. I'm going to wait and see. It's this candle here, I think, is important one. Yep. This candle hopefully drives out. If it pushes up, break even would be taken. Then the following candle to be the drive out that I need. If it's not that candle, then it's probably going to stop me out. So in the next 15 minutes, I'm either going to get this drive out or it's going to stop me out. That's a good thing though. Get this decision in 15 minutes. That's why I like scalping. Don't have to wait for an hour, 2, 3, 4 to get a decision. 15 minutes, I could live with that. Okay, so 3204. Okay, so you see support at 3204. Okay. Now I think that's just a reaction from these stop losses. I can't see, like, I can only base it on what I can see, right? Yeah. Best way to do that, look to the left. Interesting price point there, but price didn't really react much to it here. This is where I'm seeing interaction with price. So this for me is a key price point. So H1 bounce there, bounce there, bounce there. This is definitely a resistance point. And that's clear based on how price reacted on H1, right? It came here again, bounced there, really struggled to get past it. Pulls back and it breaks it. So support and resistance. If this was once resistance, support for it to go down, it became resistance here, which it was. It broke it, then it became support here. So it's gone up. I can't see any other price point that's interacting with price in that manner. So I'm hoping now that this shoots back towards that and to test that as resistance for potentially this downtrend, or it could use it as support for the uptrend. However, whichever way you want to look at it, it should be going down. And that's why I went in for the sell. So far I'm right. I did get that break of this low. And also the main thing, what I was looking for was a continuation of this uptrend. It gave me the indication here with price that it wanted to do it there, but then it came and pushed underneath it here. So if that's the case, then that means actually this is still holding. So this should be pull, flag, pull, big flag, and pull out. And that is the other reason. So first read was to buy it. It didn't hold. Now I'm selling it. That simple. And I'm trying to continue it, push down. And no reason not to. We've got a lot of time left on this hour. And hopefully closer to the close of this hour, we're going to see some volume because it has a destination. And that destination is hopefully this price point, to use it as support or resistance. Don't care. Just get down there. And yeah, I can't see anything else. Maybe there's something on the historical data price point. There may be a price point here that's reacting to, but I'm more inclined to think it's the reaction from stopping people out. My stop loss would have been there. So assuming I'm not the only one saw that as an opportunity to buy, my stop loss would have been there when it broke the structure, pushed up, looked like it was going up. Stop loss could be there. I managed it a lot tighter than that. But if you didn't, your stop loss is there, and I think that could be the trigger that's reacting to. So now I said the next 15 minutes, I expected this 5-minute candle to be the one that drives it out. But it started to go very slow. I expected it to drive it out, this one here. And now this is pushing back up. Definitely going to touch my entry point again if it continues going up, as long as it respects this high. If not, we have taken a loss. So yeah, if you're trading this, obviously, make sure you manage your risk. You haven't put too much on it. To get this drive out, you may not get it out. I'm not the only one that saw this big drive, this big candle here, this sell candle, and that's going to trigger a lot of people to sell it here and leave their stop loss exactly the same place. That's why as soon as I got a bit, I took half of the position off, because now this is an easy target where my stop loss is. Could drive back up, stop us out, and then maybe go down if it doesn't continue going up. Big risk in that sense, but it's the cleanest trade or cleanest move available right now. So break evens coming now. See what's happening on DAX. Nothing yet. So this is the only move anyway. So we're gonna sit here and see. I would love break even, but yeah, $29 loss is not the end of the world. If I lose it, it's fine. If I lose it, I'm inclined to buy it, to be honest, but I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to wait and see. Maybe take some trade on the discretionary account and see what we could do there. But yeah, this is my last trade on this account. Okay, I'll have a look. Okay. You mean this, yeah? That's support. Yeah, the fee. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. We're going to see. It looks bullish from this view. We had the downtrend, broke structure up. This looks like it's a pullback. Why it just didn't go from there? Did everything broke structure? Should have gone from there. Why it pulled it down further? Maybe want to take people out before it goes. Possibility. Definitely draw people into the market. Still looks bullish to me. And I felt like if you look at this and you look at FTSE and DAX, they all look bullish right now, right? So if that's the case, we see where FTSE is, we see where DAX is. If they are in correlation right now, there's an argument that this pushes up. So it looks bullish because we've got the reversal here. Pushed it all the way down. But this is a supply zone. Pulled it back down. I'm just looking at this gap. This massive gap. Argument to see it come down here, then go up. Or it could be from here and go 50-50. I don't like the buy from here. It's too high for me. So I'm okay with the sell. Yeah, I'm okay with the move. Yeah. Just need to manage it now. So what did I say? 15 minutes. That's 5. That's 10. This is the 15-minute candle. Decision time. We're going to get this drive out again. Or are you coming to stop us out? I don't know. From the looks of it, it looks like we're going to get stopped out on this move. Just because this bullish candle pull back in, didn't continue straight away. It's just pulling back up. I think there's stop losses here, not just mine, others. And it could take it there, pull back in, then go, or it does a big drop. There is no news, so whatever it decides, maybe it's just going sideways. We're going to see. Or should I say there's no major news? Yeah. I'm considering closing this as well. I don't blame you. I'm going to wait, see how this candle plays out. The small loss so far. Okay, so that's not looking good. It looks like it's coming to stop me out before it does anything. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out on that trade. It's just so obvious stop losses are there. I could buy that, but like I said, that was the last trade for the day. Nonetheless, I'm happy. I didn't lose money on the DAX trade. Where is it? I really want to sell again. DAX. I didn't lose money on this DAX trade, so I'm happy about that. This looks like it's coming down. I'm going to switch accounts and trade the DAX. Now I might trade gold. Yeah, I'm going to trade gold. Switch accounts. I'm going to trade gold. I'm going to take the buy, and I'm just going to try to see if so this is the discretionary account. I'm going to see if I could just ride the wave, read it as price is moving. This isn't systematic approach. This is discretionary, and what I'm seeing is it's running stop losses everywhere. Everyone's getting it. So pause back, pause in. Let's go M1. That's the mistake I made. There you go. M1. Let's see what's going on here. We've got stop losses here. So pause in, pause out. Should have gone from here. Pause up. We're going for those stop losses. We are buying. Put some size on this. Not that much. Go buy DAX. DAX, no, gold. What's wrong with this? There you go. So discretionary account, buying gold, swing point, stop loss underneath here. Let's see if it's gonna stop us out. Just based on price action, based on intuition. This isn't a systematic approach at all. 3205. I'm gonna see it take this highs here. What are we risking? $150. That's okay. Just not doing much at all. Gold, disappointed. I thought you were the one. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad I got out. Could still be sold, but I think now, like I said, I'm not the only one that would have saw that big drive, this bullish, bearish looking candle. If that's the case, could see people getting in right there and leaving stop losses there. So if I could see that, I'm sure smart money could see that. And if that's the game, stop losses gonna get taken. So let's see. All right. Back on Euro. Euro's still not doing anything. This is ridiculous. Gold. It's literally staying still. All right. So gold today. So yeah, if I was at break even, I would have got that as well, which wouldn't have been a bad thing. I think I may play it like that with gold next week. Tight stops, definitely tight stops with gold. You get if you're right, you get a decent move. If you're wrong, tight stop, you take a small loss. I think that's the approach I like. Definitely not using like a flexible stop loss or imaginary stop loss. I'm definitely planning it before I get into it. Definitely. Okay. I'm gonna have a look at Nasdaq soon and just want to see how this plays out in the next 5 minutes. This gold trade plays out. So what I wanted to see from this was some conviction, and not getting anything from the sell. And now I want to see it run this high, at least tap into it to get those stop losses. And this H1 candle it wasn't moving, so it's not really, there's nothing happening much. After breaking this low here, I want to see that drive. It didn't give me that drive. We've got 13 minutes left of this candle and it just didn't do anything, so I'm disappointed. So I'm expecting now that it's decided to go sideways today, at least for this session. Maybe it moves in New York session. If I could get this to drive up there for that high, I'll be happy with this win. Drive to get this high and done. That's the theory, just based on what I'm seeing right now. Let's see if M1 supports it. So yeah, I mean, breaks here, taps in there. If it was really bearish, it should be here, right? At this point, it should have gone. But as you can see, it just broke structure again here, pulled up. Maybe it pulls into this again and goes off, or it stays within this supply zone and shoots down. We're gonna see. We are in the right zone, if you like, for a decision to be made. It's really 50-50 here. But my feel is, or my read is, based on this really bearish drive here, it should have continued if it was really going down. But I feel like this is to induce sellers, and now it's going to drive up to take the stop losses that definitely would have been there. That's my read on this, and we're going to see if that's right now. Okay. I think overall I'm up on though today, so I should be happy about that. But there's opportunity to make a little bit more, but held one trade too long. Other trade got out at good time, and then this trade was good actually. This current trade, don't know yet, but the previous one was good. Gonna wait and see. So I'm guessing most of you on the chat are scalpers, or do you look for swing trade opportunities as well? Let me know. Ten minutes left for the H1 candle. It's not doing anything. Come on. We know you want to go up now. Hurry up. EURUSD doing absolutely nothing today. Taking the Friday off. Same with GU, just going sideways. No major news today, but this is ridiculous. Feel, just look at this, bearish on GU. Again, a nice little trend here. It's in the supply zone. Feeling bearish on GU. Yeah. So we have it going sideways here. It was trending up previously. Then these lower, the higher highs stopped here. Created a lower high here. Lower high here. Went sideways, come up here to that last lower high. And maybe this is a drive down to get all of this. Just so slow. And maybe that's the intention, giving people enough opportunity to get into the market before they make the move. So it's got a nice little trend line for people who trade with trend lines. That could be for you. And then I can see it driving down. It's within the supply zone, so I'm more inclined to sell this. It could have been from there, didn't, went up. Now that will definitely make people think it's bullish. It could definitely still drive up, obviously, but I'm more inclined to believe it's gonna sell. Just so much money here. Why would you not? So, gold is pushing against us. I needed you to do this like 10-20 minutes ago. 7 minutes left on this candle. It's just so slow. I'm losing interest in gold. I may close this trade as well and just call it. And look to the weekend. Any plans on the weekend, guys? Anything special planned? My eldest has a football match today. Something for me to look forward to. Playing against the national team. They destroyed us last time. But I'm focused on his performance and looking forward to see if he could make improvements. So yeah, it looks like I'm losing this trade now. I might close it myself. Yeah, I'm closing this trade. So gold was the sell. It just didn't move when I wanted it to. Came up, it held, it left my stop loss alone so far, but it would have got me out if I was at break even. So from what I'm seeing right now, there is no clear direction, and I'm not going to stick around and get played and get emotionally attached. I've been very disconnected emotionally this week, and I'm trying to keep it that way. And I feel like I trade better that way. These morning sessions, guys, these morning sessions have been great. Thank you for all who are observing and watching. Thank you for all who are participating. Thank you, I appreciate it, because these morning sessions I've been so routine, so disciplined, so focused on my risk management. So I've been very happy with the way it's turning out. So definitely again, Monday morning, assuming I don't have to do anything with the boys and stuff like that, I'll be here. But I think I'm going to call it now because that was the last trade I wanted to take. And I don't see me taking any other trades. Otherwise, it's just going to be too chaotic, back and forth, back and forth. The sell was what I wanted, but it just didn't give it to me. Maybe I was being impatient, but as you can see, stop loss was there, pushed all the way in near. It was a runner. I could have later taken it, but I was more happy to just close the trade and keep the profit that I made today. And that's what I was doing, protecting the profit I made today, and have a look at it next week, Monday. But yeah, that was the sell. Gold continued the trend and potentially gets back to this point that I highlighted here. That was the previous resistance that was acting as support for the downtrend, acted as resistance for this potential uptrend. There was a reversal acting as a resistance for this uptrend, and maybe it's going to push back down there to use it as support. So I can see an argument for that. It just didn't move. The whole H1 candle just didn't move. So I wasn't holding that. Didn't need to hope and see. I made some money today. Not going to force it. So let's see. You are doing anything? Nope. Nope. All right, there you go. Finally something. GU is breaking that trend line. Maybe it's going to drive down now. Maybe. But yeah, there's not a lot going on today, people. I'm not going to force it. Hopefully you manage your risk today. If you're still trading, manage your risk, guys. And regardless whether you end up break even or a losing week, most important thing is to trade for the year. Keep that in mind. We're trading for the year. We're not trading for the day or for the week. If you've had a bad week, doesn't matter. Keep the account, focus on that. Next week, it's a new week. Slowly grind back your losses, all right? I'm going to sign up for now. Hopefully you enjoy your weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday. This is Patrick signing out. Until next time, peace.